Cabin Fever is an infectious disease horror movie. Movie starts with these five friends that decide that they want to go to this cabin for a little time out and just to party. Well, they get there and everything seems dandy until this guy, this hermit, this dude that lives in the woods comes out of nowhere, and he is basically infected with this kind of flesh eating bacteria. And the kids are like, whoa, no, get away. Which leads to this tussle and them kind of lighting the dude on fire. Well, he ends up running away on fire and falls into basically this spring, which gives water to the cabin. And unbeknownst to the friends and the group, they are drinking this now infected water, which slowly, surely starts infecting them. And basically, they start panicking and freaking out as this flesh eating bacteria is basically stripping meat and flesh from bone. And it is just up to them to kind of get out of this cabin area, these woods, as their truck doesn't work. And to make things worse, the townsfolk of people who kind of live around there, they now know that these kids are infected and they're going out of their way to kill these kids. And it just has a kind of classic ending. Good movie. So with all that, my review for Cabin Fever. So just in general, the Cabin Fever movies are pretty good, and this being the first one, it is definitely a classic with the right amount of comedy for a horror movie, the right amount of blood, and just the concept of this virus that kills you. It's not your typical zombie or alien, it's something that's real. I always liked that. The acting was pretty decent. It had some pretty decent production. All in all, this movie is just honestly a classic. Also, I just always liked the party cop. He's he's just a classic created character, funny, useless, good times. And you know when a movie is good when it gets a Cabin Fever 2, a Cabin Fever 3, and they remake Cabin Fever. All in all, it is honestly a really good franchise. Just in general, like I said, the Cabin Fevers are really good. Even though personally, I think Cabin Fever 2 is probably my favorite, but that's for Cabin Fever 2 review, which will be next. So, what did this movie do bad? Honestly, nothing. It was just all in all really good. So, with that, my recommendation for Cabin Fever. This is easily a highly recommended. I would definitely highly recommend this as it really has no flaws. It's just a movie that holds up in 2024. It is just a great horror movie from just it being a all-around kind of funny movie, but it's also a all-around kind of crazy horror movie. It's like the perfect combination, which a lot of movies fail at. But yes, definitely highly recommended.